afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday midweek edition. Seems like summer out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels so nice. Hope everybody's enjoying it. A great day to get out in the garden.
Right, a lot of cleanup this time of year, not a lot of planting.
Harvest time.
If you have any questions for house plants or your garden or your lawn, get ready to call in. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be along later on to take your calls. We'll let you know when to call in. But first, topping our news today, an awful update out of Fitchburg. We now know a young girl was killed in a shooting overnight, and a teenager is being held for her death.
Plus, a turn of events that has people on edge in Madison. The district attorney deciding to release a man held after a homicide. We'll explain why. And a chance to grab a slice of pizza for dinner tonight for free, but there's one stipulation. We'll find out what it is. Let's take a look outside. Getting actually a little warm out today. Oh, it felt so great. This is, this is the last gasp of summer. They're playing a little frisbee golf over at Elver Park. Good day for that. Enjoying our extra summer. Who's in the backyard today? Julian's in the backyard. There we go. I didn't read the memo.
No, but it's all good. But it definitely is an extra day of summer, guys. It's gorgeous out here on our weather deck. And as we're taking a look at what we're going to be seeing, we still are seeing plenty of that blue sky for us as we're heading into our evening hours. As we take a look at our current conditions, maybe 81, but it doesn't feel bad at all. It's very comfortable as we're going into the rest of the evening hours. So definitely enjoy it while we have it, because this won't last forever. As we know, winter is just around the corner. Now, our temperatures in southern Wisconsin, we're looking into those lower 80s for many of us, but for some areas, especially over towards the west, or the east, excuse me, we're looking into those upper to lower 70s. Milwaukee's on the cooler side this evening, as we're looking at 72 degrees as of right now. Now, as we take a look at dew points, for the most part, we are very comfortable. However, over into the west is where we're seeing a bit more of that humidity to really be more prominent for us as more moisture is in the air. But as we take a look for tonight, we're going to be looking at 53 degrees to be our low. So it's going to be a pretty mild night, but still very pleasant and comfortable as we're going in throughout, and clouds will develop as well. Now, as we take a look at our traffic as of right now, we're looking around the Beltline. Starting to see some slow spots, especially eastbound on the Beltline as of right now, but everywhere else, still just your normal everyday kind of commute of traffic. And over towards the interstates, we're still looking at mostly green as of right now. We'll have much more coming up in just a few moments, but let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
And thanks very much. An 11-year-old is dead and a 15-year-old is in jail, potentially facing a reckless homicide charge. It is the second of 2 shooting deaths in as many days in the Madison area. Brady Mallory joins us with the details of a story we've been following since late last night. Brady?
Well, here's a look at where it all happened. Someone reported a shooting last night just after 9:30 on Curry Court in Fitchburg. When police and paramedics arrived, they found an 11-year-old girl. They took her to the hospital, where she later died. Well, police say they arrested a 15-year-old who was at the scene, and he could soon face a charge of first-degree reckless homicide. So far, investigators haven't released the names of the victim, the 15-year-old suspected shooter, a motive, or if they even knew each other. However, they say there is no threat to the public. They aren't looking for additional suspects, and we will bring you any updates on air and online as we get them. Brady, thank you. The man accused of shooting and killing another man at a home on Madison's west side earlier this week has been released from jail today. Dane County District Attorney Ishmael Ozan says he believes the Castle Doctrine may apply in this case. The Castle Doctrine provides civil and criminal protections to property owners who use force against intruders in order to protect themselves. Ozan says a man allegedly refused to leave Doyle J. Reifert's room and took an aggressive stance before Reifert shot him. For more information on this story, stay tuned for the news at 5 o'clock. Our Adam Duxter will talk with the landlord of the house. With the clock ticking, Congress and the nation are trying to avert a government shutdown. Meanwhile, the Biden administration continues to twist arms to get Democrats in line to pass the president's top legislative priorities. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
A bitter battle over funding the federal government is underway on Capitol Hill, with the clock ticking away.
With so many critical issues to address, the last thing the American people need right now is a government shutdown.
Congress has until midnight Thursday to avert a shutdown that could furlough thousands and hamper government agencies.
We've been saying for some weeks now, put a clean CR bill out there, keep government operating.
We should never, ever let the government shut down. That's simply unacceptable.
Republicans remain opposed to approving a funding bill tied to raising the debt ceiling, something Congress must do by October 18th or face a new recession.
Democrats' reckless taxing and spending spree will earn it 0 votes from Senate Republicans.
President Biden's legislative agenda is also hanging in the balance, forcing him to cancel a planned trip to Chicago where he would have talked about COVID vaccines.
The president knew that this would require a range of discussions, negotiations, long conversations.
The president has been working behind closed doors to find common ground with moderate Senate Democrats opposed to the $3.5 trillion price tag on his social spending package.
We haven't talked about figures at all. We should be talking about the need of our country.
Without the reconciliation bill, several progressive Democrats in the House say they won't sign off on the president's $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which is expected to come up for a vote on Thursday. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
For a second day in a row, top defense officials face tough questions, this time from a House panel on the chaotic U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Top U.S. military leaders were once again grilled over their advice to President Biden that a group of troops should have stayed on the ground in Afghanistan, once again contradicting the president's statements during an ABC interview last month. House members also pressed the military leaders on how they monitor possible terror threats without a presence on the ground.
And we're looking at their ability to develop a capability to export terror to the homeland here.
The conditions could be set for a reconstitution of al-Qaeda and or ISIS.
Calling the Afghanistan war a strategic failure, General Milley and fellow witnesses acknowledged they did not foresee the swift fall of the country to the Taliban, which he says has emboldened the radical jihad movement globally.
Assembly Democrats were joined by higher education leaders at a news conference to introduce bills to reach higher for higher education. Speakers discussed the need for investment in public higher education and making college more affordable while outlining the bills in their legislative package and the potential impact on the state.
They will invest in funding for need-based financial aid at both technical colleges and universities, and they will expand the tuition promise to all UW system campuses, which will help more students enroll in and finish their degrees in Wisconsin.
The bills would also restore the tuition freeze at the UW system while funding the freeze and making sure that all future tuition freezes are required to be funded.
County Executive Joe Parisi announced millions of dollars in funding for clean fuel infrastructure under the solar shelter at Lunny Lake as part of his 2022 budget proposal. Parisi was joined by Operation Fresh Start and climate action advocates to declare Dane County's intention to be net zero on carbon emissions for county buildings and fleets by 2030.
Every one of us, from individuals to the business community to faith communities and every level of government, must do our part. We must reduce greenhouse gas emissions and act in the best interest of the planet and the people who inhabit it.
Part of the package would include $2 million for installation of a new compressed natural gas filling station at the Fish Hatchery Road Highway Garage and $3.2 million for the purchase of 8 more compressed natural gas powered snowplows.
Well, move along, pint for a poke. It was slice for a shot at the Ian's Pizza on the UW campus this morning. The first 100 people who showed their vaccination card received a coupon for a free slice of pizza. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway was there and emphasized how important getting your vaccination is and to be thankful.
And whether you get vaccinated to move us closer to ending the pandemic, to protect yourself and your loved ones, or maybe for a free slice of delicious Ian's Pizza, I want to thank you. Every vaccination counts, and every vaccination helps our community.
A representative from Ian's Pizza spoke about how important the community is and specifically how thankful they are to the University of Wisconsin students for making staff safer with the school's 90% vaccination rate.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
What's the most common cancer for men? It's Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
When we come back, we'll talk more about the diagnosis and where many men turn for support pre and post treatment. We'll talk with a counselor from Gilda's Club Madison when Live at 4 continues.
Your
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
When you hear cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, it's time for plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Relief. Dissolves quickly, instantly ready to start working. So you can bounce back fast with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
Welcome back, everyone. A former staffer for President George W. Bush says he will run for Texas lieutenant governor next year.
Matthew Dowd says he'll run as a Democrat against Dan Patrick, who currently holds the office. In his announcement video, Dowd called out Republican politicians in Texas for, quote, waging a cultural war. Dowd was chief strategist for President George W. Bush's 2004 re-election campaign. He later became an independent before rejoining the Democratic Party. No Democrat has won a statewide office in Texas since 1994. Well, there's a new piece at Denmark's Kusten Museum of Art that's leaving management there feeling a little ripped off. How much do you think this art is worth? If it looks like nothing, that's on purpose. It is nothing. The problem is Danish artist Jens Hanning was supposed to fill 2 empty frames with Danish money to represent the average salary of his fellow countrymen. The total about $84,000, and the museum lent him the money to do it. Instead, he sent an empty frame and called it "Take the Money and Run." Hanning says his new work is 10 to 100 times better than what he had planned because it fits the exhibition's theme of the future of labor. The museum doesn't think it's that funny and has set a January deadline for Hanning to pay it back or face possible legal action.
It's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yes, exactly.
The CDC is projecting that new COVID-19 deaths are likely to drop in the next 4 weeks, and it's the first time since June that the agency has forecast forecast a decrease in fatalities from COVID. It projects a total of 724 to 753,000 coronavirus deaths reported by October 23rd. Total COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. stand right now at just over 693,000. Also, for the third week, the CDC says new coronavirus hospitalizations will go down. Britain has been gripped by a rush of gasoline panic buying for almost a week now that has left pumps dry across major cities.
This after oil companies warned that they did not have enough tanker drivers to move petrol and diesel from refineries to filling stations. Drivers lined up again at a station in London today, despite Prime Minister Boris Johnson saying the situation was improving.
If you're lucky, you can get on petrol stations where there is 2 queues. One of the queue, it's shorter, but that's really rare. It's really bad.
The business minister said 150 soldiers have been mobilized to replenish empty pumps and would be driving tankers within a few days. A shortage of around 100,000 drivers has spread chaos through supply chains and raised the concern of empty shelves and price increases right around Christmas time. Stocks ended mixed as Treasury yields remained steady. The Dow Industrials gained 90 points, closing at 34,390. The NASDAQ lost 34 points, but the S&P 500 tacked on nearly 7. And we'll be right back.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $4,262 on select models.
About $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I'm not getting through the pandemic just to end up with the flu.
I asked for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent. It's the #1 used flu vaccine for people 65 and older.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent is the only vaccine approved by the FDA for superior flu protection in adults 65 plus.
I'm not letting my guard down.
Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent isn't for people who've had a severe allergic reaction to any flu vaccine or vaccine component, including eggs or egg products. Tell your healthcare professional if you've ever experienced severe muscle weakness after receiving a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems, including those receiving therapies that suppress the immune system, may experience lower immune responses. Vaccination may not protect everyone. Side effects include pain, redness and/or swelling where you got the shot, muscle ache, headache, and general discomfort. Other side effects may occur.
All flu shots are not the same. I raised my game with Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist for Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent.
Accidents happen. Mistakes don't have to. Don't take a chance on your future. Call a powerful law firm that will fight for every dollar you may be entitled to.
Hupy and Abraham.
They got me $575,000.
Way more than what the insurance company offered.
All the money I deserved.
Over $1 million.
They really do mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Take a look at this. Pedestrians in Denmark's second largest city are walking on air, or so it seems. The city of Aarhus began trialing so-called 3D crossings. The goal is to convince motorists and cyclists to slow down and give way to passing pedestrians. It's essentially an optical illusion painted on the city's streets. Authorities plan to monitor how traffic and pedestrians respond to the new additions. Hopefully people slow down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, today the nation, this is every day for me, celebrates America's favorite pick-me-up.
It's National Coffee Day. Coffee's reportedly been around since the 15th century when Yemen monks prepared their coffee much like we do today. They roasted the beans, brewed it. The beans were eventually smuggled out of the Middle East and later spread to Europe, Indonesia, and the Americas. Be sure to snag your free coffee. Starbucks customers who bring a clean, reusable cup can receive a free cup of Pike Place brewed coffee. And we have our own coffee maestro over here.
This is Dylan, one of our directors, who makes a French press coffee every single day. So he just made one.
And what is
for
a
us.
French press? We're going this way, I guess.
This here is a French press.
It really is.
Yeah.
How do you make it?
You want to take your coffee beans, you want to coarse grind, so not too finely ground, and you put it in the bottom of your French press. Then you add hot water that has been boiling and you let sit for about a minute so it's not too hot. Then you want it to steep for about 3 to 5 minutes.
It's a lot of work.
We're fine. It's good.
Are you actually timing it?
I am timing it. I usually
You do this every morning?
Every morning, yeah.
Okay. Well, purists, coffee purists, say this is really the way to do it, that this is the most delicious way to brew it.
Are you going to pour some, or is it too soon?
It's a little soon, but let's... and then once you put the cover back on.
Oh, you just lost your mic.
I'm just going to hold it. Sorry, folks. Push it down after the time has elapsed, slowly, so you don't spray hot
When is it going to come out? I don't understand what's happening.
That looks really good. And that keeps all the grounds out of your cup.
Yeah, it pushes the grounds are at the top. You pour the water on, and the grounds float at the top. And you put the cover on to keep the heat in so you don't lose the heat while it's brewing. Then you plunge it down. Make sure you're in a pour mode.
There you go, pour some. That looks delicious.
And this is coffee from up front.
It's coffee from up front.
That's okay.
The finest bean in all the land, Mark.
There is no bad coffee. No, there is no bad pizza, there is no bad chocolate, and there is no bad coffee.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're about to see.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Susan, how are you?
Thank you very much, Dylan. Thank you so much.
That is good. That's a good cup of coffee. Good job.
Thank you. That's a really nice treat, Dylan. Okay, now get back in the booth.
Go direct something.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. All right, moving on. It is Prostate Awareness Month. And listen to this. 1 in 8 men in the U.S. will develop prostate cancer in his lifetime.
In fact, other than skin cancer, it is the most common form of cancer in men.
Getting a diagnosis can be devastating, but there's plenty of support out there. Gilda's Club Madison offers support to cancer patients. Kirsten Norlstein is a licensed mental health professional and program director at Gilda's, and she joins us now. Thanks for being with us today, Kirsten.
You bet. Thanks for letting me be here.
Every patient obviously is different, but when they first come to you, is it before they have treatment? Are they sorting things out?
Yeah, that's a really great question. You know, every patient is different, and people find us at different times. I would say about a third of the people come to us after treatment actually has completed, when they are trying to put pieces back together, going, okay, so this just happened to me, and what am I going to do with it now? Another bunch of people come to us when they first get a diagnosis, or even before they get a diagnosis, when they're like, so my PSA is up, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I'm really kind of freaking out right now, and I need to just get, I need a reality check. Right? I need to get my finger on the pulse of what's happening, what's out there. Should I need it? If I do have a diagnosis, and what my options are if I have a diagnosis, and can I talk to other guys who are dealing with the same thing?
Yeah.
And we have this.
For people who aren't aware about what Gilda's Club provides to cancer patients, what are some of the services that are available?
Yeah, great question. So what we do is offer support groups, education, healthy living classes to anybody with any diagnosis. And for prostate cancer patients and supporters, that's really important to know, supporters also. In particular, we have two different kinds of groups. We have a weekly group for supporters, and then a separate group for people with a diagnosis, and those are mixed cancer groups. We also have a monthly support group just for prostate cancer survivors that meets on the third Wednesday of the month. That is facilitated by mental health professionals and also co-facilitated by one of our co-facilitators is also a prostate cancer survivor. And just tons of information, support. The men really have an opportunity to talk about whatever is going on and all those delicate things that people don't want to talk about when it comes to prostate cancer and treatment all come up in group. And sometimes there's a lot of laughter that goes along with it too.
Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to.
Just to know you're not alone, right?
Yeah, knowing you're not alone is really important, and that's really where, you know, I was just writing this to a friend. That's where we can take illness and add the we and make it wellness.
Oh, I love that. That's a great way to think about that. And all of the programs are free, is that right?
All of our programs are free. We're fully supported by donations and grants and no government funding, no insurance funding. Everything is totally free, and people are like, wait a minute, that can't be. I'm like, yeah, actually, it not only can be, it really is.
And we have the number on the screen, 828-8860. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone. There is help out there. Kirsten, thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Susan and Mark. Have a great night.
And we'll have more on prostate cancer awareness in my special report tonight on News 3 Now at 10. And we'll meet a recovering cancer patient and talk with one of my urologists about my own cancer fight.
Well, that's coming up tonight at 10. Very brave of you to share that. You're going to help a lot of people.
It's important information to get out there. So
I agree.
We'll talk. That's it coming up at 10. And Julian's over in the Weather Center. The summer hangs on.
That's right. Summer's still hanging on, but we're looking to cool off a little bit for tonight. And we are going to take a look at some changes that could come into our weekend. So stick around for the full forecast after the break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available ProPower onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
I've seen how cancer can affect the people I care about. That's why I'm helping protect myself against some cancers, like certain cancers caused by HPV. For most people, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, HPV can lead to certain cancers in both women and men. Gardasil 9 is the only vaccine that helps protect adults through age 45 against certain diseases caused by HPV, including cervical, vaginal, vulvar, anal, and certain head and neck cancers, such as throat and back of mouth cancers, and genital warts. Gardasil 9 doesn't protect everyone and does not treat cancer or HPV infection. Your doctor may recommend screening for certain HPV-related cancers. Women still need routine cervical cancer screenings. You shouldn't get Gardasil 9 if you've had an allergic reaction to the vaccine, its ingredients, or are allergic to yeast. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system, are pregnant, or plan to be. The most common side effects include injection site reactions, headache, fever, nausea, dizziness, tiredness, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and sore throat. Fainting can also happen after getting Gardasil 9. For women and men through age 45 who have not been vaccinated, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about your risk for certain HPV-related cancers and Gardasil 9. Help protect yourself.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dalgalac Soft Chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dalgalac Soft Chews.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone. And as we're getting things rolling, as we're heading into the rest of our evening, 3 things we're going to need to know for the next few days, especially as we head into the weekend. We're looking at the warmer temperatures. The 80s are back. We've experienced them throughout today's afternoon, and we're going to experience them again as we head into Thursday. But on top of that, what we've been keeping an eye on and been talking about for the last couple of days are some showers, starting to switch things up for us as we head into the weekend. And then on top of that, cooler conditions, a little bit more onto the what we're supposed to be seeing type of temperatures on the way, so it feels a bit more like fall than, you know, us holding on to that summer-like feels. But right now in our current conditions, as we're starting to get things rolling, it's 81 degrees right now here in Madison. It's feeling very comfortable, however, not very heavy or hot or humid for us as we're getting into our evening hours. But for the next 12 hours, we're going to be seeing those temperatures trend pretty downward as we're going into the rest of our night. Nice cool conditions as we're going into tonight, so it's going to be a nice night. Very pleasant as we roll in throughout. And for our low for tonight, we're looking around 53 degrees. We're looking for more cloud cover to start to develop as we get into the later part of this evening. Looking for partly cloudy skies for tonight with the eastern winds at the light side. And it's going to be more mild than it was last night, but still very pleasant. Now, as we go in throughout the rest of this evening, we're looking at those clouds to start to develop, pushing in from the west. And then that's what's going to be bringing in a bit more of that moisture, holding onto it until we get throughout the rest of our Thursday. We're looking for partly sunny conditions, especially throughout our morning. Not going to be seeing too much of a warmth until we get into the afternoon, where we're going back into those 80s, but still, clouds will still be battling it out with the sun and any clearer type of sky throughout the rest of the day as we go into our evening hours. Now, what we're going to be keeping our eye on is happening right now. We're just going to be feeling like summer. Temperatures are into the 80s, and we're still going to be holding on to more sunshine for the next couple of days until we get into the weekend. This is when we're looking at rain chances to increase, and Saturday's looking to be the more wet day for us, and those lingering showers could be leading into our Sunday as well. Now, as we take a look, this is what we're going to be looking at. The system will be moving in really early into the western Wisconsin as we go into early hours of Saturday, and then clearing into the rest of the afternoon and for the evening. We're looking at rain widespread throughout southern Wisconsin for us, and could see some lingering going into Sunday, but then we're going to start to thin out as we go into the rest of Sunday, heading into our Monday. So our best chances of seeing some rainfall is definitely going to be on Saturday. Afterwards, we're going to see those rain chances start to dwindle and then start to try to rise back up as we get into next weekend for the next few days. But other than that, we're going to be looking at our best chances of rain definitely on Saturday. So make sure you have your game plan for some rainy conditions for us. And as we take a look at our 10-day forecast, we're looking at the next few days to be the summer-like feels, and then we're going to start to feel way more like seasonable. Going back into those 60s, having chances of rain for this weekend, but then after this weekend, we're going to be going back to more dry conditions, and then might be seeing a little bit more slight chances of rain heading into the weekend following. So until then, still going to be dealing with some summer-like conditions, so something that we're going to have to hold on to and just really relish in while we have it for right now, because, you know, winter's just around the corner.
Wish we could bottle it.
Oh my gosh, yep, and just hold on to it forever.
Get the Badger poncho ready for Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Julian, thank you. A new congressional report finds more cases of baby food with high levels of dangerous toxic metals like arsenic, lead, cadmium, and mercury.
Some lawmakers are calling on the FDA to more strictly regulate the products.
Consumer investigative reporter Anna Werner found one company that's not waiting for the government to step in.
Everything's in quarantine.
At his manufacturing facility outside Columbus, Ohio, Jay Hyman monitors everything.
For it to come here, it's already gone through an elaborate qualification process.
He's founder and CEO of Nature's One, which makes organic baby formula. Ingredients are tested for heavy metal toxins before they even reach the building.
It's constant surveillance and testing and working with our suppliers.
But about 10 years ago, it was a different story.
We were the poster child for the first toxins identified in certain ingredients.
In 2012, Nature's One made headlines after a university study found arsenic in its organic baby formula. He says the commercial labs he used couldn't test down to the lower levels in that study. It turned out the arsenic was in an ingredient called brown rice syrup. You must have lost a lot of business.
We went to zero.
Zero.
Mm-hmm. it was a difficult time. It really was.
You're actually tearing up a little bit.
Well, it's emotional, yeah.
Since then, he's dedicated himself to keeping toxins out. But as to other companies, the latest congressional report looking at toxins in baby foods says heavy metals are showing up in some major brands. For instance, investigators said 2 of Gerber's infant rice cereal products contained inorganic arsenic levels over the FDA's limit. They said Gerber failed to recall those products. Most of Plum Organics products contained heavy metals too, including popular Super Puff snacks. And they said Walmart raised the amount of arsenic it allowed in its products, going from an internal company standard of 23 parts per billion to the maximum allowed by FDA of 100 parts per billion. We reached out to the companies named. Gerber did not answer whether it failed to recall products, but told us it follows a consistent and rigorous testing plan, which includes regular testing of finished products and increases testing for products that have a history of naturally occurring levels of heavy metals. Walmart told us it requires products to meet FDA guidelines, that its specifications have always been aligned with or below FDA requirements, and it's committed to providing high-quality baby food products that are safe and nutritious. Subcommittee Chairman Representative Krishnamurthy wants stronger federal standards.
So you don't believe that this can be left up to the companies to fix this?
Correct. They haven't so far shown either the capacity or the willingness to regulate themselves.
But Jay Hyman says,
I don't wait for government to lead me to that destination. It's up to me to have a conscience for my consumer.
The report also said some samples of beech nut products had more inorganic arsenic than the FDA's limit, and a subsequent recall in June was too narrow. Beech nut told us that is incorrect. The company says it proactively withdrew all those rice cereal products from supermarket shelves and decided to stop selling infant rice products because it's concerned about being able to consistently obtain rice flour well below the FDA guidance level. Anna Werner, CBS News, New York.
Representative Krishnamurthy wants to have the FDA's timelines moved up, but the agency told CBS News that it's crucial that measures to limit toxic elements in foods do not have unintended consequences.
Such as making it more difficult for families to get foods with significant nutritional benefits. And we'll be right back.
It's A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off store-wide. Get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Join Anytime Fitness for just $1 now through October 12th. Anytime Fitness gives you 24/7 support with expert coaching on all things fitness, nutrition, and everything in between. Now through October 12th, join for just $1. Visit AnytimeFitness.com today.
Feeling trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you. And for kids, try allergist-recommended non-drowsy children's Allegra.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off name brand mattresses and get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Developing tonight, Monday's homicide suspect was released today. Why that decision was made and why restraining orders have now been issued.
Shower and storm chances on the way for this weekend. That's going to bring more cloud cover and a cool down afterwards. We'll have more details with your extended forecast later tonight.
Then at 6, threats on social media prompted extra security at a local elementary and middle school today. Who made the threats and where the investigation stands now? That's tonight at 6.
Well, lend us your ears. There's a new Guinness World Record holder for the longest dog ears.
Jeannie Mose reports.
She may not be all ears, but she's enough ears to make it into the Guinness Book of World Records for longest ears on a living dog.
Good girl.
Give Lou a high five for her exceptional coonhound ears.
Lou's ears are 13.38 inches long each. They're the same length.
We could give you an earful about her cute quirks.
The goofiest little weirdo.
For instance, how she scratches her chin on the kitchen counter, but her claim to fame is having ears long enough to tie together. And everywhere she goes in her home state of Oregon, for instance, wine tasting with her owner, people are loving on and touching her velvety ears.
Rubbing her ears in her world is like getting the best massage you could ever get.
When she was a puppy, owner Paige Olson says
she would step on her ears all the time and trip and slide across the ground.
Now she manages to step around them. No, she doesn't get ear infections, but they do get dirty.
But I like to call them self-washing. They kind of just rinse themselves off in the water bowl. She will suck on her own ears if they get too dirty.
The black and tan coonhound was bred with ears long enough to drag in the dirt and stir up old scents of animals so they can track them better.
Sassy.
But what was Lou tracking off to the side throughout our interview? Paige kept having
Lou
to turn her head.
I am sitting by a French door window and she is staring at herself.
Seems she only has eyes for her ears. Or as Carly Simon would sing,
You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you.
Jeannie Mose, CNN. New York.
What a
She's
sweet girl.
So cute.
13 and a half inches each year.
That's great.
Well, the summer winding down, we go from planting to cleanup. It's time to get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is standing by live on the patio. Hi, Lisa. The number to call if you have a question is 270-9933. Call now and we'll take your questions when we come back.
You've seen these iconic red Dave Jones trucks around town, and whether it's plumbing, HVAC, fire protection, or electrical, they're your trusted service partner. A big congratulations, Brandon, to you and your team on Best of Madison Gold in 3 categories. What are those 3?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's plumbing, electrical, and HVAC.
What a critical time to really be spending time in people's homes and receive honors and be as busy as you guys have been during the last couple of years.
Yeah, we feel pretty fortunate. It's been a challenge, but we've overcome some big challenges, and we've been able to maintain a lot of critical services to a lot of our customers.
You guys have deep roots, 2nd generation family business. You guys opened back in 1977. How do you continue to do what you do every day? I know core values and your work ethic is a big thing here.
Yeah, it really is, and we live by the core values, and customer focus is one, forward thinking is another, so we're always adapting, changing, doing what we need to do to stay up with the industry and keep our customers happy and good service.
How important is hiring good people? It seems like, especially this industry, these industries are just busier than ever right now.
Yeah, it's really a challenge, and we put a lot of focus focus and time and effort into maintaining our employees that we have, which is first, and also acquiring and hiring new employees that fit our company values.
Laura, why is it so important to everyone here to give back to the community the way you guys have?
Here at Dave Jones, giving back is not only one of our core values, but something that we take very seriously. Dave Jones started this business out of his garage in Mount Horeb, and it's because of the community that we've been able to grow to the size that we are. So we want to show our appreciation, and we give back where we can with sponsorships, with donations, and being involved in community activities. Thank you for voting Dave Jones Best of Madison. We appreciate every single vote.
From Dave Jones Inc., I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
When you hear cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, it's time for plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Relief. Dissolves quickly, instantly ready to start working. So you can bounce back fast with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to take a quick look at our traffic update as of right now. If you are on the east or west side of the Beltline trying to get home right now, make sure that you're knowing that it's going to take a bit longer. We're looking at some real slow spots, especially westbound and eastbound, making a way around the Beltline as of right now. But heading into the interstate, looking at it as of right now, the interstate's a completely different story. We're looking at green as of right now, but the Beltline, make sure that you know it's going to take a little bit longer to get home as of right now. That's your update for traffic. Over to you guys.
Julian, thank you. Chile's Atacama Desert is blooming with a carpet of mauve-colored flowers. The blooming of this desert is a rare phenomenon. It takes place every 5 to 7 years, with dry sand beds coming to life with brilliant colors. Atacama is a major draw for tourists, with its national parks, pristine beaches, and spectacular mountainous landscapes. For locals, the blossoming of the desert has become a source of pride.
That is beautiful.
Just spectacular.
We did that one just for you, Lisa Briggs.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is on the weather patio today.
We're taking your calls at 270-9933. Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm good. Well, we might not have deserts blooming, but I saw turkeys out in the parking lot.
They're all over the place, that's for sure. All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Judy in Portage. Hi, Judy. What's your question? Judy, you there? Hello, Judy.
Hello.
Go ahead. What's your question?
When and how is the best way to harvest horseradish?
Oh, okay. So now you need to make sure that you have the edible horseradish. There are ornamental ones that do not have as much flavor. It's a root thing. I would say that you would want to dig it out before it starts to flower. Have you let it go to flower?
I am not sure, but I know it is the edible because I've done it before, but it's been too long.
Perfect. Okay. So it has a flower. I would say that you could go ahead and dig it out now. It'd be fine. You don't want it to go so far that the roots really start to get woody. So I would take it out now.
Okay. You know, the large...
Okay, and you put some back in, correct?
You know, that I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Right.
I'll post something on
I think
Facebook
that's
tomorrow.
a first.
I'll post on Facebook tomorrow.
I think that's a first.
It happens.
All right.
I'm not infallible.
Let's go to Mabel in Sun Prairie. Hi there. What's your question?
What should I do with my Christmas cactus? I did set it out on my deck and bring it in, put it in the sun. Do what? Pray for it?
Christmas cactus, the flowering is spurred by the shortening day length. And you can leave Christmas cactus out until nights are in the low 40s. It won't hurt it. It'll actually help spur the flower production. When you do bring it in the house, though, you want to put it in a room that you don't use at night, like a spare bedroom, because it needs that very distinct light during the day and dark at night. And that is how you'll get flowers.
But my question is, during the day, I can leave it in the daylight, and like you said,
Yes, you can. Yes.
And at night, put it to sleep, right?
Yeah, you just want to put it in a place where during the night it is dark.
All right, let's go to Beverly in Cambridge. Hi, Beverly. What's your question?
My question is about my hydrangeas. I've cut them back, and we wanted to move them, so we've moved them to another spot. They were in too much sun, I believe.
Okay.
But I've cut them down, and there's some really wooded ends and then some green ends. Do I need to do anything with them?
I would just make sure that right now that you maybe apply a starter fertilizer that will get the root development going. I would certainly make sure that they get a good soak once a week. And once the ground freezes, since you just moved them, I would put down some mulch to keep them from heaving out of the ground as the ground freezes and thaws. You can do any other pruning in the spring.
Okay, now one other thing. What do I feed them? What kind of fertilizer do I feed them?
There's a really good product by Fertilome called Root Stimulator. What you want is, when you look at those 3 numbers on the fertilizer, the first number is nitrogen. You want that to be the lowest.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for calling. Let's go to Gary in Muscadet. Hi, Gary. What's your question?
Gary, you there? Gary has a spider plant that leaves are turning brown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it could be a couple of things. It could be a watering issue for sure. Too much or too little, it's hard to tell without seeing it. Generally, too little water, they turn brown and kind of dry, and if it's too much, if it's overwatering, kind of looks like brown crepe paper. So the texture's a little bit different. It might need to be divided. You can certainly, if you've got those little, babies off the sides, you can root those and replant them. And it just might need to be up potted. I would do that soon, though. As the days shorten, plants do less growing. And so you want to get anything transplanted within the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Let's go to Terry in Monona. Hi, Terry. What's your question? Terry, you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Is it too late to plant a red twig dogwood, or when is the best time to plant one?
It is absolutely not too late to plant anything right now. So anything deciduous that loses its leaves, perennials, trees and shrubs, you can go ahead and plant now. The trick is that you want to keep it well watered so that it establishes before the winter. With evergreens, you'd want to get them in the next couple of weeks, but you can plant deciduous stuff up until almost till the ground starts to freeze. So you have lots of time, and red twig dogwoods are really easy and fast to establish, so you shouldn't have any trouble.
Lots of water, though, right?
Yes, good soak once a week. It's been dry. I know the weather people have been talking about that all the time.
Absolutely. All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Lisa. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys, too.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
What makes new Salonpas Arthritis Gel so good for arthritis pain? Salonpas contains the most prescribed topical pain relief ingredient. It's clinically proven, reduces inflammation, and comes in original prescription strength. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
I've seen this movie before.
You have?
Sure. This is the part where all is lost and the hero searches for hope. Then a mysterious figure reminds her that she has the Farmer's Home Policy Perk guaranteed replacement cost, and that her home will be rebuilt regardless of her limits or if the cost of materials has gone up.
That's really something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmer's Policy Perks. Wait, I didn't ruin the ending, did I?
Yeah, you did.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on the inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right. Diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take control of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
Developing tonight, Monday's homicide suspect was released today. Why that decision was made and why restraining orders have now been issued. Plus, big dollars planned for the Clean Fuel Initiative and the city's plan to be net zero on carbon emissions by 2030.
1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with it in his lifetime.
She said, we found some cancer. I blacked out.
But prostate cancer is very treatable when it's caught early. Mark Kane walks you through the warning signs and treatment options. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
And taking a final look, we're looking at tonight to be a pretty decent one. 53 degrees to be our low. Partly cloudy conditions and a bit milder than it was just the night before. But Austin will have your forecast coming up in a few, so stay in.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Ashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
In today's final touch with winter just around the corner, it's time for bears to start layering up for hibernation.
Which means it's time for everybody's favorite annual contest. Fat Bear Week is back. Yes, it's that time of year again. Fat Bear Week at Alaska's Katmai National Park. And only the fattest bears need apply. Really, this is the fattest bear we could show? Okay. That's more like it. Listen, there's not a fat shaming going on here. Experts say for bears, fat equals survival. The bears at Katmai are packing on the pounds to prepare for hibernation. And once again, the park has turned into a March Madness-style contest, pitting the bulky bears head-to-head. Anyone can vote for their favorite competitor, like Bear 151, who made this stunning transformation in a matter of months, or the 1,400-pound Bear 747, last year's monstrous chunky champion. Voting is open now and concludes on Fat Bear Tuesday, October 5th. Get your ballots in now. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.